It was supposed that I will go live about this story on Sunday, but because we have experience before with a lot of interference with our internet that disabled our internet at several times before, and this is an important story. We decided that we will record this and then we'll broadcast it on Sunday instead of broadcasting it live, and then we could have some technical difficulties. I talked about this before, but I will talk in details today with more documents and more with names where it is possible, because I don't want to be sued for defamation. What I will do later on, I will release all this information and documents to the media and to the other authorities for more proper investigation. The issue, what I will talk about, it is a personal experience. It is not some fantasies or some stories from third parties. It is personal experience that I experienced. I witnessed there, so everything is personal experience here, and we have proper documents and proper information. Trouble started when we had a serious fallout with one of the close associates of the disgraced politician who's under investigation for the last few months with the possible colluding with China through his office. After the fallout with this associate of the politician, late last year around Christmas, we started to receive death threats. We started to receive, I and my friends who were criticizing China for the last few years for trying to influence many Western democracies and try to infiltrate these democracies and influence the political and economical system in these democracies. The first serious threat I received was on 13th of February this year. A threat from this guy, Daniel, and the threat was recorded. He did not hesitate to record the threat and send it. And I took this threat seriously, and I went to the police station, Auburn police station, to be shocked there that the police officer there, and with Arab and Muslim name, who refusing to listen to me and record any statement or investigate the matter at all, despite the fact that I had recorded message that were full of abusive and threatening language. I could not convince that officer to take any statement, so I went to other station, Granville station, police station, and reported this to that station. The officer there was better. He listened to the message and he gave me advice. He recorded in his notebook the events, and while he did not record an event, he did not pursue the matter further, but he said we will record this until in case this guy makes another threat or another attack. I contacted the minister's office, David Elliott, and complained against this. There was a quick investigation which resulted in a conclusion that the officer at Auburn police station was not doing anything wrong. I disputed this result, and I was very clear with the officer who investigated this that this is another cover up, and I reminded this officer that between 2011 to 2015 the police force, the New South Wales Police, was dismissing all my reports about extremist activities, extremist attacks in the state and in Australia until in 2013 I proved that the extremists are very active, and I documented and broadcasted on many media outlets these attacks. I was very adamant with this police officer that you are trying to cover up wrongdoing again. This is prompted the Auburn police station to re-investigate the matter, and the result is not clear until now. We are in October. This has happened in February, and until now we don't have a conclusion. We don't have a report about the investigation. Then in mid-June, things even get worse because this guy, a close associate of that disgraced politician under investigation, this guy, Daniel, contacted Maryland's police station and reported that one of my friends, Abu Ali Al-Wazni, was in fact in bad trouble and he could die soon. Officers in uniform knocked the door of Abu Ali, and they asked to talk to him, and he said, "I am here." And the officer said, "We had a call from Daniel that you are in bad medical trouble, but you are okay, so we will not take any action." The next day, we went to the Maryland's police station and asked to know what is the nature of the report from Daniel, and the police officer refused. And I was straightforward with this police officer. He said, "You are encouraging people now to start calling police stations and report fake incidents, and this will have impact on our security, the security of our state." And I demanded on behalf of Abu Ali that there should be an investigation and the matter should be taken more seriously with this guy. What happened was the opposite. Daniel contacted the Bankstown police station on the 21st of June and reported that I was threatening him. And on that day, around 10:30 p.m., police officer from Bankstown police station, Senior Constable Kate Fuller, contacted me.
Hi Jamal, it's the police from Bankstown. Just calling you about some Facebook messages you've been leaving for... give us a call back on 9783-2199 and we'll have a chat to you about it then. It's Leading Senior Constable Kate Fuller. Thank you.
She was tough at the beginning, that we ask you to stop intimidating this Daniel and stop threatening him. And I was tough back with her. I said, "Did you see the evidence, any evidence that I was threatening him or I was abusing him?" And she admitted that she did not see any evidence. And I said, "How can you intimidate a good citizen of this country around midnight based on lies? So do you want me to call you every day and complain about my neighbor and about my neighbors of the neighbor, that they are killing each other or they are abusing each other? Is this how the police work is done at the moment? This is a joke. It cannot be this way." And I reminded her, and in my letter to the minister again the next day, I remind them, both of them, that when I came to report real threat on my life, they did not take this seriously, and they considered that to be just somebody who was upset from me also, and he was just angry. I then asked for investigation of this senior constable Kate, and the investigation is had started from the mid of June until now, and there is no result so far. This campaign of intimidation by police officers did not stop, despite the fact that I reported this to the police, to the minister. It did not stop. On the contrary, it is escalated when on the 29th of July, two officers from Bass Hill police stations visited Abu Ali Wazni again and asked him to come to give a statement to the police station. And I went with him, and I said, "What's this investigation about?" And the officer, again, Constable Ilofi, she said that Daniel again complained that Abu Ali is threatening to kill him. I said, "Okay, and you opened an investigation based on no reason, no evidence." And she said that we are doing our job. She asked Abu Ali several questions. There was an interpreter. The interpreter listened to the recorded message that was recorded by Daniel when Abu Ali was frustrated with him and he swore at him. And the interpreter said this is a swearing language only. There was no threats made against Daniel. Things did not stop, and it escalated again when on the 16th of September, two officers led by Senior Constable Kramer visited Abu Ali at his home and left him, because he was not there, nobody was at home, left him a note, and you can see the note now on the screen. The note with event number E7595894772, that he needs to come to Maryland's police station for an investigation. So again, I went again with Abu Ali on the 17th of September, and I said, "Okay, what's the nature of investigation now? You investigated before about the threats, and there was no threat. What is now?" And suddenly we could not find Senior Constable Kramer. Until now, we cannot find this Senior Constable. Until now. And we visited Maryland's police station 3 times. I visited with Abu Ali 3 times, and we could not spot Senior Constable Kramer. We did meet Senior Constable Kramer, but this Kramer says it was not me who wrote this note or visited you at home. There was another Kramer at the station that I don't know. And it was very strange that Senior Constable Kramer doesn't know Senior Constable Kramer at the same station. And until now, we did not have any formal contact with Senior Constable Kramer. We're still looking for him. And the whole Maryland's police station can't locate this Kramer. We located some Kramer, but he said that he's not the same Kramer that visited Abu Ali and left him the event number E75894772. What is more shocking is that at the moment we can't locate event number E75894772. As you can see on the screen, we lodged request under Freedom of Information to the New South Wales Police Force to locate this event and another event which was involved Abu Ali. And on the 20th of October, we received a letter from the New South Wales Police force stating that they can't find this event number. There is no event number, despite the fact that I sent them a copy of the note with the event number there. Somebody deleted the event altogether. When we visited the station on the 17th of September and talked to one of the officers there, and we insisted to know what is all this report about, he was shocked to read the report, and he came to tell us that could not be serious. This report could not be serious because it is a report about a robbery in Auburn, smuggling of weapons and things like this, and you don't seem like these people, crooks, armed robbers and others. Until now, we can't find the event number E758947772, and we live from this account with this message to the Minister for the Police, David Elliott. Can you locate event E758947772? Or it is so easy to forge documents within your department. What's happened here is very clear. It's either a corruption at high level inside the police force, that officers from 5 different stations, Auburn, Bankstown, Bass Hill, Maryland and Granville, are coordinating a campaign of intimidation and bullying of citizens without leaving any traces, and with fake events and fake reports that we can't locate them now with our request for freedom of information. It's either there is a high corruption in your department, or your department has some big heads that are colluding with China and with the or with the people who are working closely with China to intimidate anyone who criticize China and try to expose the level of infiltration and influence China had accumulated into our society. Why we came to this conclusion? Because this Daniel is a very simple man. He's illiterate. He can't read and write any language, English, Arabic, or any language. He never went to school. He has no formal education. He never worked in any at any level within the government. So he has no networks within the police or the police force to orchestrate officers from 5 different police stations to lead a campaign, a sophisticated campaign of bullying and intimidation against many citizens of this state. It is not possible for this Daniel, who can't read and write English, to mount this sophisticated campaign of bullying and intimidation led by police officers in uniforms from different police stations. It is very clear that there is a big head who's within the New South Wales police force, colluding with China and trying to protect the interest of China and its operatives and the people who are working closely with China. What is more worrying for us is that this infiltration does not stop with the New South Wales Police Force. It doesn't stop with them. I reported this issue to the Federal Police, and I asked the Federal Police to report this to ASIO. Until now, and I did this from maybe June or July, until now there is no result of unearthing who inside the police force is colluding with China and serving in its interest and not the interest of Australia. We will take all actions to expose the truth here and expose the big head that is controlling all these police officers who send them to intimidate me and my friends and fabricate cases and event numbers, and then at later stage deleted these events from the system. This is very, very serious. There is some influential big head inside the police force that are trying to frame citizens, to intimidate citizens, to bully citizens, so that they can send us into fear and maybe depression, to stop criticizing China and criticizing its associates in Australia. This is very serious, because all what we have done is criticizing China, and if criticizing China is a crime now in New South Wales and in Australia, we all should be at high level of alert and alarm. Again, we will not stop only on broadcasting this video. We will send all the documents we broadcasted here, and some documents are more sensitive that we can't broadcast, but we will send them to the office of Gladys Berejiklian, office of David Elliott, and office of Scott Morrison, and we will send the same file to the Ombudsman, New South Wales Ombudsman, and ICAC, because we can smell that there is some fishy things happening here, and we need all to know about what's really happening inside the New South Wales Police Force, because these people are the ones who are supposed to protect me and you. If some of these officers now are doing the opposite, we should be alarmed. We should be alarmed, and we are alarmed. And this is why I am broadcasting these messages, despite the fact that I could be targeted even further by the security agencies, or I could be sued by some of these people for possible defamation, despite the fact that I did not name any of them. I will continue exposing the truth here until we know who was behind this campaign of bullying and intimidation. What concerns us also, that in an official document, like the document that was sent to us on the 20th of October from the New South Wales Police Force regarding our request for freedom of information, release of documents, the police force did not hesitate to lie, did not hesitate to lie and provide us with false information, like the event does not exist, or that this event is related to the court case that is now initiated by Daniel against our friend Abu Ali, and that we should get these reports from the court. The court itself, and I went to the court yesterday to obtain these documents. They says this report, the police report, is not part of the court case for the personal AVO, because it is personal AVO. It is not initiated by the police force. It is somebody who are seeking an AVO against another person. So the police force has nothing to do with this case, and so the event number E75695241 and event number 75695241 are not part of the case that will be heard at the local court soon. And for anyone who knows little bit about the legal system in Australia, if it is application for apprehended personal violence order, the police force does not involve, and so the event numbers are not part of that case unless the applicant provide this report as part of the evidence. And when we get all the evidence from the applicant, these events, the reports of these events are not part of the evidence that will be presented to the judge in the next sitting. The police force had gone too far to try to protect people who are intimidating and bullying other good citizens of this nation. The police officers from 4 different stations participated in the campaign of intimidation and bullying of myself and my friends and associates. This is not acceptable in a democracy. In a democracy, the police force is here to protect good people and to apprehend and stop the bad people. What has been done in the last 9 months was the opposite by the New South Wales Police Force, and we will not be silenced. Wait for me for another report about the issue next Thursday.